When a group of determined explorers set out on a journey through the dense jungles of the Congo, no one could have imagined what awaited them. They made their way through heavy branches and impenetrable undergrowth, searching for even the slightest sign of human activity. And then, after several days of battling the wild, they suddenly stumbled upon something incredible. Before their eyes appeared a mysterious structure, hidden beneath layers of greenery and time, an ancient artifact that seemed to have been waiting to be discovered for centuries. The walls were covered with enigmatic symbols and drawings, speaking in a language long abandoned to the dust of history. But what does it mean? To whom did its grandeur belong? The researchers knew they stood on the threshold of a discovery capable of rewriting history, but they still had a long journey ahead, for soon they would hear tales of legends and myths that might shed light on this mysterious find. Legends and myths. The vibrant colors of the Congolese jungle gave way to a mysterious symphony as the researchers began searching for an explanation to their discovery. Legends about these places, carried on the winds, became infused with historical myths and the whispers of elders, passed down from generation to generation. For centuries, tales of the tribes in this region have been shrouded in mystique. It was said that they possessed knowledge long lost to the rest of the world and guarded their secrets carefully from prying eyes. These were not just fairy tales, but chilling stories of powerful rituals and great wisdom that could not be measured by gold or glory. As explorers delved deeper into these ancient tales, each new episode revealed scenes of great kings, conspiracies, and mysterious customs that compelled them to press on, unafraid to uncover the truth hidden behind the dense tapestry of leaves and time. This encounter with the tribe promised to be not only documentary, but also spiritual, offering new knowledge that was already waiting for its time to become part of global history, shaped by modern discoveries and understanding. But did the explorers know that ahead of them awaited the first contact with someone or something spoken of in these myths? The first contact. None of the explorers could have imagined what would happen next. Pushing ever deeper into the jungle, the group found themselves face to face with a mysterious tribe that had only been whispered about in legends. At first, there was silence, detailed and barely perceptible, woven into the jungle wind. Then suddenly they were surrounded. Appearing out of nowhere, men and women like shadows filled the clearing that our heroes had stumbled upon. Their skin was adorned with astonishing patterns, vivid and intimidating in their untouched beauty. There was no trace of fear or aggression on their faces, only curiosity and caution. They were about to become pioneers, establishing contact with a people whose existence had long been dismissed as a myth. But what awaits them next? The explorers knew this was only the beginning, and ahead of them lay secrets that could forever change their understanding of the world. Secrets of the tribe. Immersed in the haze of objective reality, the researchers found themselves at the heart of an unknown world, filled with mysteries and fears hidden within the tribe's consciousness. Before their eyes, scenes unfolded that they could not have imagined even in their wildest hopes. It was a ritual, but not the kind they were accustomed to in their own culture and society. The tribe called upon their devoted spirit guides to draw knowledge from the currents of time. For these people, ordinary jungle plants became a bridge to worlds still hidden from view. Here, everyone came to know true nature, understanding, and wisdom, not passed down through words or books, but through living experience, sensations, and the power of unity with the surrounding world. The researchers, struck by the simplicity and depth, discovered new horizons of human consciousness for themselves. And even despite all the advantages of the civilized world, they reverently acknowledged the great and ancient wisdom of these peoples. What does further cultural exchange have in store? Traditions and rituals? The researchers, impressed by their first encounter, soon witnessed things they could never have imagined. In the heart of the jungle, amid the smoke of sacred fires, the tribe performed a ritual where rationality and mysticism intertwined, forming a new language understood only by the chosen few. These people did not simply follow ancient customs, they brought their ancestors' legacy to life with every new moon. By the fire, melodies were sung in a language that made one tremble with awe and reverence. The tribe's priests, dressed in unique garments, skillfully blended symbols of the past with what we know as science, but in the language of the jungle, where remedies and the advice of spirits merged with scientific facts inaccessible to modern instruments. They demonstrated their mastery by using plants for healing, the powers of the earth for protection, and secret knowledge woven into every action. Every new element, every movement was intentional. It was a harmony based on respect for the natural rhythm and their own intuition. At that moment, the researchers felt that they were becoming part of something much greater than a simple scientific expedition. Could this inspiration lead them to a deeper understanding of the knowledge hidden in the very heart of the jungle? Secrets continued to unfold, and ahead of them awaited ancient wisdom that had long remained in the shadows of oblivion. Ancient knowledge. The mystery of passing knowledge between generations is astonishing in its complexity and wisdom. The tribes of the Congo, living in the heart of the jungle, possess such mastery that it has amazed even the most seasoned researchers. They have no written textbooks or diagrams like the ones we use, but their methods possess a unique purity. Oral stories, ritual dances, and symbolic games become natural books imbued with centuries of experience. The tribal chief, adorned with a wreath of flowers and feathers, tells stories by the campfire. He shares not just words, but entire universes that come alive in the listener's imagination. Every sound, every movement emphasizes the importance of the message, helping to preserve it for future generations. The story passes from one chief to another, growing richer with new details added by each generation. The secret language of rituals and songs also becomes a unifying thread. Children, watching the awe of the adults, absorb the wisdom as they touch the world of their ancestors. Plants, animals, and even the weather surround them with knowledge, making traditions a part of their very being. In this environment, every lesson becomes more a part of life than just information. In the tribe's movements, as they helped their hosts, the researchers felt that they knew much more about the world than they had previously thought. However, another discovery awaited them ahead, a set of secret signs that could shed light on new mysteries, the sodium signs. Early in the morning, while mist still shrouded the dense jungle trees, the researchers made a discovery they could not have anticipated. They were drawn by a mysterious glow filtering through the thick canopy of leaves. Pushing closer, they discovered stone structures covered in symbols that glowed with a bright blue light. These signs, resembling ancient geometric shapes and stylized images, turned out to be more than mere decoration. They were an entire message, encoded in the language of the past. These sodium signs, as the researchers called them, represented a technology whose existence they had never even suspected. The tribe explained that these symbols spoke of their connection to the forces of nature and the universe, allowing them to draw energy and wisdom from sources hidden from view. Each sign had a special meaning and could only be read by those who also understood the rhythm of the earth and sounds. As they tried to decipher all the meanings, the researchers realized that what they were looking at was not just art, but an entire archive of knowledge, possibly conveying the worldview of ancient peoples who had come into contact with the previously unknown. They realized that the mysterious signs might be foretelling certain events or changes that were yet to come. The mystery promised to be even deeper than they could have imagined. And ahead awaited encounters with even greater challenges that could ultimately change their perspective on the world around them. Not knowing what such discoveries might lead to in the future, the researchers continued to delve deeper into the heart of the jungle, discovering new horizons. The dangers of the jungle. Immersed in the process of exploration, the researchers were prepared for anything except the frightening and wild nature of the Congo jungle. Here, every shadow could conceal a threat, and every sound was a signal to act. The jungle is full of dangers, both visible and hidden behind the greenery, ready to envelop you in its gloomy embrace. Poisonous plants, capable of paralyzing or deceiving, lurked like invisible traps at practically every step. But nature harbors not only threats from plants. Wild animals, from barely noticeable insects to graceful predators, watched every move of the uninvited guests. The slightest carelessness could trigger a storm or awaken the dormant power of the jungle. And yet it is precisely in this chaos that true beauty lies. The team members learned to stay alert, carefully avoiding traps and finding their way through this world. The tribe's knowledge helped them distinguish the tracks of poisonous creatures and assess where it was best not to step. Rifle shots were never heard, for they understood that their mission was harmony and understanding, not destruction. But what happens when nature, mysterious and grand, suddenly reveals a new dimension? One discovery, which the explorers could not have foreseen, is approaching. Their further journey promises to become even more mysterious and full of new possibilities, both for them and for the world as a whole. Unexpected discoveries. The explorers' expectations changed after they stumbled upon incredible finds that made them rethink everything they knew about the tribe and its land. Beneath the forest floor, which they happened to look under by chance, lay hidden artifacts confirming the existence of an ancient civilization that once passed through this place. Their imaginations ran wild with possible scenarios of how these artifacts could have ended up here and how they might be connected to modern scientific discoveries. Some of these discoveries were made of a rare metal that, logically, should not have been present in the jungle. They looked as if they belonged to a technological culture, yet at the same time retained all the characteristics of natural origin. This raised questions. Who created them, and how did they become part of the mysterious Congolese landscape? The researchers realized that the tribe's knowledge went much further than it seemed at first glance. These discoveries illuminated previously unknown horizons where science and legends merged into one, forcing the researchers to reconsider their established beliefs. In a world where it seemed that little could shock anyone, the jungles of the Congo revealed a new truth that called all familiar conventions into question. Such discoveries push researchers toward new quests, for every question is followed by others no less important. It was becoming clear that their journey was only just beginning, and ahead of them awaited discoveries capable of changing their destinies, and perhaps even the course of human history as a whole. Impact on the world. These findings in the jungles of the Congo became a true sensation, sparking a wave of discussion in scientific circles around the world. The impact of these discoveries may prove to be much deeper than just a new understanding of long-lost cultures. Modern science, which has long sought to comprehend ancient knowledge, was confronted with challenges as it faced the mysterious array of artifacts and symbols that could change our understanding of human development and culture. These artifacts and pieces of knowledge shed light on possible interactions between ancient peoples and forces that we are only beginning to understand. New data may reveal to us a broader picture of human history, where lost civilizations not only existed, but thrived in harmony with the surrounding nature, leaving behind hidden bridges to deeper mysteries of the universe. For scientists, researchers, and ethnographers around the world, this is a game-changing discovery that opens the door to rethinking what we once considered unchangeable. How will this new knowledge impact modern culture and technology? Researchers, absorbed in these thoughts, continue to dream of a future where most things become possible thanks to the unraveling of ancient mysteries. The very fact that our modern world is in communication with such a vast scale of history makes us wonder how much of our journey still lies ahead before we truly understand our place in this immense world. Why do the jungles reveal previously inaccessible horizons, urging us to move forward and strive for deeper knowledge beyond our wildest dreams? The mysteries of nature. The emerald greenery of the Congo jungles entices explorers with its mysterious allure. Here, in this dense biome, nature plays its own symphony, creating unique phenomena that will astonish even the most experienced explorers. At every step you encounter plants found nowhere else in the world, tropical giants and miniature shrubs possessing unimaginable properties. What secrets do they hide? Venturing deeper into the heart of the jungle, explorers stumbled upon an astonishing phenomenon: plants that glow in the dark. They seem to light the way, inviting travelers to venture further into uncharted territories. Every tree and every bush has its own story and survives by its own unique means. Some repel predators by secreting poisonous sap, while others, on the contrary, attract pollinators with rare fragrances. But the flora does more than just create a visual spectacle. Thanks to a natural tandem, a microclimate is formed here, where the constant struggle for survival creates ideal conditions for some to thrive and others to perish. It's like a complex puzzle, where each plant occupies its rightful place, contributing to the overall harmonious rhythm that is invisible to the eye. As they absorb these sights and phenomena, researchers wonder what other secrets the jungle holds. In this kingdom of nature, each discovery becomes a step toward an even greater mystery, promising even more sensational revelations for those who are willing to go all the way. Eyewitness accounts. Amid the silence and mysteries of the Congo jungle, researchers had a unique opportunity to listen to those who knew the secrets preserved in these lands for millennia. The elders of the tribe, dressed in traditional attire, gathered around the fire, ready to share their mysterious stories. These people were living books. Every scar on their bodies told its own story of a life and experience far from ordinary for the average person. The testimonies they shared were more than just memories. These were true lessons, enveloped in an aura of profound knowledge about relationships with nature and the great world of spirits that connects all living things. Their stories touched upon events reflected in local legends, where reality and myth intertwined, creating a complex tapestry of the tribe's history. Every word they spoke was filled with meaning that penetrated to the very core of understanding the world. Here, one could hear about astonishing phenomena that could only be explained by those who live and breathe in harmony with the jungle, about how they endured the traps of time while preserving their culture unchanged, and how these living witnesses of history helped modern researchers come closer to unraveling the great mystery of existence. Each story revealed new details, shedding light on the ancient books of nature that still await to be fully read. But ahead of the explorers lies a journey home, full of new knowledge that will forever change their perception of the world. The journey home. As the researchers packed up their camp, each of them realized that they were leaving the Congo as a completely different person. The jungle gave them something more than just new facts or knowledge. They experienced a true catharsis, discovering a unity with nature and ancient cultures that forever changed their perception of the world. The farewell to the tribe was touching. Their newfound friends gave them symbolic gifts which they would proudly take home as tokens of friendship and knowledge. The journey back was also filled with reflection and contemplation. Every step through the forest canopy became a symbolic return to civilization, but with a deeper understanding of the world. They knew that important tasks awaited them ahead, to share their experiences with colleagues, to spread knowledge about the mysteries of the jungle and the tribes whose stories turned out to be more intricate and filled with secrets than they had expected. These discoveries inspire a rethinking of the boundaries of science and allow us to look far beyond the usual norms. On the road, the group members recalled the vivid moments of their journey, from their first contact with the tribe to the mysterious signs that promised new horizons for research. Upon returning home, they would not simply go back to their ordinary lives, but would already begin thinking about the next step, how to use the knowledge they had gained for the benefit of all. The Congo has left a vivid mark, and now they cherish a cherished dream to one day return to these magical jungles where so much still unknown awaits their attention. But questions remain about how ancient cultures connect with the modern world. Tribes and humanity. The desire to understand how ancient cultures influence modern civilizations has become a powerful motivation for researchers to continue their discoveries. The tribes of the Congo, who have preserved their unique identity over many centuries, exert an influence that is hard to overestimate. Their knowledge of nature, awareness of resources, and deep connection to the land forever change the way we perceive the world. Many of the traditional customs of these tribes can serve as lessons for modern society, with its constant race for consumption that leads to a loss of life balance and harmony. The sacredness of the simplicity in their lives, where each day is intertwined with established rituals, allows us to understand how important it is not just to exist, but to feel the world in all its fullness. These tribes remind us of the value of an unhurried pace and respect for the natural environment, qualities that we may have lost. In the modern world, where technology dictates our way of life, such traditions encourage us to recognize the importance of deep, meaningful connections. Researchers observe how established knowledge can be integrated into our society, helping us rethink methods of production and consumption, and leading to greater respect for the environment. Such integration could become the first step toward a more sustainable and environmentally friendly future. Tribes show us that modernity can draw on the past to pave the way toward a more harmonious life. Their influence extends further than it seems, and what began as a simple study may play a significant role in creating a more balanced and mindful civilization in the future. But how can this ancient knowledge be combined with the possibilities of future research, and what other secrets are still waiting to be revealed? The future of research. After returning home, the researchers realized that their journey into the Congo jungle was only the beginning, not the end. The future of research promises to be exciting and multifaceted. The knowledge they gained opened up new horizons for them and confirmed the need for in-depth study of ancient cultures, not only for scientific discovery, but also for shaping the future of our society. Now, the main focus for scientists is integrating ancient knowledge with modern technologies. The search for new ways for humans to interact with nature will help create a more sustainable and harmonious living environment. For example, using traditional knowledge about plants to develop natural medicines or agricultural methods could become a breakthrough in science. This is possible thanks to collaboration with those who carefully preserve this valuable experience. Another important area is oral folklore, which can serve as an excellent source of information about previously lost technologies and life insights. Studying these stories, adapting them, and interpreting them within a modern context can yield unexpected results. The art and culture of these tribes also deserve thorough study, as they provide keys to understanding profound philosophical questions that are not so easy to decipher. Researchers understand that by approaching their studies with respect and mutual understanding, they will be able to advance science with new methods and tools. The jungle still holds many mysteries, and each new expedition can bring us closer to uncovering the essence of the universe. At the same time, it is precisely the understanding and respect for these ancient cultures that will become a guiding star, revealing secrets and expanding the boundaries of our knowledge in the exciting future of exploration. Every step along this path is a key to new, perhaps even more astonishing discoveries that still lie ahead.